Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you're so very welcome indeed. I could not sleep last night. I tossed and I turned throughout. I woke up at 2, I woke up at 3, I woke up at 4, I woke up at 5:45, and then finally I just got up. The story of Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle, it really just makes me feel terribly sad. We're not getting any updated information on Jubilant Sykes, but as soon as I do, I will cover it. And I just thought to myself, my God, as a mother, where in your mind would you ever think that your child would kill you? It really made me feel so cold. It made me feel so cold that I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. The story is developing and we find out that his sister, Romy went to the house. Romy lives close to them, I think across the street, while Nick stayed in a guest house on the premises. And she went there and found her parents slashed, called the ambulance, and apparently the mother was the one that told her that Nick did this.
Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle are dead. It's unbelievable. It happened in Brentwood, in a really nice community here in Los Angeles. Saturday night, TMZ reported a loud argument between Rob and his troubled son, Nick, at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party. The LAFD were called to the home on Chadbourne Street at 3:30 on Sunday. They arrived to find 2 slain bodies. I got this from a friend who lives in the community. I heard that the son, Nick, went into his parents' house, stabbed both mom and dad, and that the daughter, I guess, lives on the property or at the house or in the back house, and that she found them, and that the mom was still alive, and apparently she called the ambulance and went in the ambulance with her mother. Michelle died in the ambulance, but had enough time to tell her daughter that it was Nick, their son, who stabbed them, and that's why they figured it out so quickly, and he's in custody.
And that was why they were able to arrest Nick very close to UCLA the following day, Sunday, I think in the 9 o'clock in the evening. I was looking at the pictures of Nick and his brother and his sister. And in every picture, you can tell that Nick doesn't look okay. I watched some of his interviews. He just didn't sound like somebody that was okay.
You don't seem very fiery to me. You seem like you
crazy. I get crazy.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You don't want to set me off.
And I say that being, let's push the substance abuse to the side, of which, might I add, he had been using from his early teens, 14, 15, and had gone to rehab 18 times. Within that short time, from that 14, 15 to 22, he had gone to rehab 18 times. In my head, I was thinking, so what about school? What about college? What about friends? What about, baseball, football, holidays, vacations? What a disruption for the entire family. Because when you have a child that has challenges, it challenges the entire family. All other members of the family feel it because the parents are focused on the child that needs attention the most, so to speak. And I just feel that Nick had other issues. He had other mental issues. Not mental health aside, he was never okay. And I don't think the parents saw it. I don't think that you would take your child looking disheveled, dressed inappropriately to a black tie event and think that's okay. That's not fair to the other guests. That's not fair to your host. That's inappropriate. And then it occurred to me, they took him because they would better have their eyes on him at the event than for him to get high at home. I think he got away with too much. I read the comments yesterday and some people said there comes a time when your adult children cannot live with you for the simple fact that you're afraid of them. If they behave like this, where they crash out, they destroy property, they destroy the property that you gave him. He was not even with the wherewithal where he was able to drive. He doesn't drive, he takes public transport. And he checked himself into a hotel of where the police went to see the entire place bloodied. Bloody bed sheets on the windows, blood all over the bathtub. Apparently he did this while his parents were sleeping in their bedroom. The rage that you would have to do that to the people that brought you into this world, you cannot be mentally stable. You are not. You are not mentally stable. Was it a situation where they said, if you continue like this, you have to move out? That's not the solution. This man is not well. Is it a situation where they said, we will not give you any money, we are fed up with you? Again, that's not the solution. I am not blaming the parents here, not at all. I'm just sitting back and I'm just trying to understand how you can kill your parents. How do you live with that? You've taken your siblings' parents away from them. They were not that old. Rob Reiner was 78 and I think the wife was in her 60s or so. They for sure had another 25 years going. Because in this day and age, we truly are living longer. And of course, we had our wonderful, fabulous, I'm being sarcastic because some of you don't understand my sarcasm. That's okay. I'm going to clarify it now. Our delightful President Donald Trump. And this is what he had to say about Rob Reiner, who was a huge Democrat and did not care for Trump at all. A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away together with his wife Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness, and with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before. May Rob and Michelle rest in peace. It's the hypocrisy for me, because anybody that said anything about Charlie Kirk got fired, and you were not allowed to come into the country if you said anything about Charlie Kirk and Trump. And yet, this is what you could say. About Rob Reiner and his wife, who unfortunately lost their lives in the most heinous way. I don't recognize the world I grew up in. I don't. It's so much cruelty. It just makes me feel very, 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 very sad. Very sad that you have a son, that you have a child that you raised, that you struggled for, stood by, and he murdered you. He checked into a hotel earlier on in the day, and then he must have gone out in the wee hours of the morning while they were sleeping, and you killed them. And I'm saying to myself, now that he has been charged with 2 counts of murder.
These charges will be 2 counts of first-degree murder with the special circumstance of multiple murders. He also faces a special allegation that he personally used a dangerous and deadly weapon, that being a knife. These charges carry a maximum sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole or the death penalty. No decision at this point has been made with respect to the death penalty.
He will most probably be given life. I said it yesterday, and I'll say it again. The people that protected you, Nick, all these years are the people that you got rid of. And now you're going to face the music. You're going to face the music of their friends, of other family members, of other people that so loved your father's work and shaped their childhood, myself included, for the films that he produced and for the way he really, changed the fabric of filmmaking and was so positive and so light. You've taken that away from all of us, and now you're going to face the music. Again, somebody in the comment section said perhaps he was abused, like the Menendez brothers. That was what the Menendez brothers accused their parents of. Still, that is not the answer. Still is not the solution. I don't believe that to be in this case, because everybody in their neighborhood knew about Nick and his problems. And the irony of it again is that we had Nicole Brown Simpson, who was killed not too far away in that same Brentwood neighborhood with a knife. That's exhausting. You have to put in energy into that. You have to put strength into that. I wonder whether he cut himself and so forth. We will find out. But I just wanted to give you the update. And to every parent out there that is struggling with a child that has mental health issues, go back to the drawing board.
I'm thinking about Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle Singer. And you know what I'm thinking about? If the reports are true, that their son was in and out of, he was an addict, and his addiction journey started when he was 15. He had gone in and out of rehab his entire life, and he had periods of recovery, right? And many of us have loved ones like that, right? And it cuts across race, socioeconomic, religion, because addiction strikes anywhere, anytime. And the difficult decision that Rob and his wife Michelle made to allow him in their home, right? They were celebrating Hanukkah. Some reports say he had moved back in with them, he's living with them, but either way, that decision to have him there, because many of us have had loved ones that we've had to say, no, you can't live here, you can't come to the wedding, you can't come to the birthday party, you can't be at this family event because of your addiction. And it's not out of scorn or embarrassment, it's out of love that you're protecting yourself and your other family members, because a person in addiction often will not call upon the emotional and mental abilities to navigate difficult situations, conversations, disagreements, misunderstandings, and it can have them spiral. It can lead to bad outcomes. Not necessarily everything that happened with the Rob Reiner and Michelle Singer family. However, people who make the difficult decision to not allow their loved ones who have addictions have to think of those things. And that's a hard decision to make. And it's often a very lonely decision to make, because not everyone will understand that. And so I feel for that family, and for all families, and I include my own family, who have had to deal or who are dealing with similar situations. It's not easy. So my condolences to them. And if you have a family member or loved one who are going through addiction, and you are faced with the difficult decision of not allowing them into your life because you are protecting yourself, your other family members, or so forth, then I just like you to know you're not alone, and that you have to make the best decision for your own health, safety, and safety and health and welfare of others, even though that is a hard choice to make and will often not be received with the grace that it is actually given. So condolences to that family.
Go back to the drawing board and think of your safety. Never thought. I always thought, oh, well, it's your child. He's an extension of you. But he's not, or she is not you. Good, bad, indifferent, they are not you. Where this came from, I'm sure they must have sat down nights on end, sleepless nights, thinking, what do we do? It's really hard on parents too, because parenthood does not come with a guidebook. And you don't know what kind of child you're going to get. You just pray for the best and a happy ending. But in cases like this with Nick, where it had been constant problems, I honestly look at all of his pictures with the family, with the other siblings. He doesn't look okay to me. He looks as if he had other underlying issues, and somehow it was missed. Not mental issues, but he is really not okay. And he should never have lived with the family, I think. I think that he should have been institutionalized years ago. And somebody said something that stuck with me, because I'm very curious. I want to understand substance abuse. I want to understand, why do you take it? Why do you get addicted? Why can you not get rid of it? And a former substance abuser said, Fumi, it's not the substance, never the substance. So I was shocked. I said, what do you mean? It's not the substance, but you're taking it. He said, it's to shut the noise in my head. And that's the only thing that does it. That's the only thing that is effective. If you tell me to go, take sports, hang around with the family, find something to do, it's not strong enough. And it tapers off. With the drugs, I forget and I'm gone. I don't want to OD. I don't want to take the drugs. I want to stop the noise in my head. It makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Sending you all of my love. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I will see you sooner than later. My God, I am so excited. My darlings. We have officially launched the FDV website, and we have what? We've got products, we've got merch, we've got t-shirts, we've got tote bags. I am so excited. A lot of you said, Fumi, when are the t-shirts coming? And I want to tell you that I am terribly humbled. I had launched this exclusively at the meet and greet, and for the life of me, I did not know that we would sell out. I had no idea. So I had to put the money back into the business so that I could get some more t-shirts and tote bags for you. And I want to say what a journey this has been. The 2 t-shirts that I have, and I'm wearing one now with the v-neck, and I measured it so that it comes right down. Whether you're big busted, whether you're small busted, it will come right down to the center without opening with the bust. And darlings, I have what is delayed is not denied, because everything started much later in my life. I got married at 40. I had Adrian at 48. I started YouTube at 45. I started my business at 55. And so I want you guys to know that what is delayed is absolutely what is not denied. And so I made these for you in white as well as in black. It is tagless because I react to tags. We have t-shirts where you have no tags, and these go all the way from an extra large to an extra small. Some of you will be wondering, Fumi, what size are you wearing? I am wearing an extra small. We also have it in black for you, so let me show you. What is delayed is not denied. There you go. So whatever your preference, if you like white, if you like black, go right ahead. I love both. It is absolutely fabulous. Everybody, anybody can wear this, and just look at how it goes all the way down. I love it. So it covers your bottom for those of you that are conscious. You can also tuck it in halfway as well, make it loose, loungy with your jeans, and then you can roll it up. You can style it any which way that you like. I love it because you can also layer it underneath your suits because it's getting colder now, and the quality is absolutely what? Absolutely fabulous. And for my ladies that are double X, you can get the extra large because it is that big. You're going to love them. Super soft. Put them in the wash. They don't shrink. They don't shift. They don't shed. I put a lot of work into this because it was really personal. And I wanted again to send a message that what is delayed is never denied. And that means that you're only prepping yourself for greatness. It will come to you with such greatness. The next t-shirt that I made was eating my salads and minding my business. I loved it. And that's how I got here in essence. I ate my salads. I began to really have a healthier lifestyle. A healthier lifestyle, not only physically, but emotionally and mentally. Meaning that what no longer served me, I no longer wanted. I think that I just thought I can just bash myself around. I can abuse myself. I can ill-treat myself. You don't say beautiful things to yourself. But I would say it to everybody else. Oh girl, you're fabulous, gorgeous, this, that. I never said it to myself. And I began to realize that, Fumi, you know what? In the eating your salads is a representation of really taking a healthier stance to all of you, to everything of you. And salads are healthy, but you have the mental, you have the emotional. So I started speaking positively to myself. It was amazing. It really was amazing. I got more confident and I really began to love myself. And in part was when I started to say, Fumi, wear your natural hair. You are beautiful. You say it to others, you don't say it to yourself. And when I started to say it to myself, I began to have more confidence. I also realized that, Fumi, you don't have to be in any negative spaces, negative anywhere, because what? I am healthier. Hence the eating my salads. The minding my business was amazing because the more I minded my business, the more time I had to be productive with my life. Isn't that a trip? Oh my God. That is the real meaning of this. Mind my business. So I really wasn't into the gossip. I really wasn't into unproductive conversation. I sat at a table and every girl, lady, woman, female at that table was a CEO. When I tell you, we talked about production, we talked about fulfillment centers, we talked about where you can get better fabrics from Prague, from Portugal, from Bangladesh, from this, from that. I was rejuvenated. And I realized that, Fumi, when you stay away from stuff that does not serve you and is not productive to you, you truly mind your business. And I became a better mom. I became a better wife. I spent more time with the family. I enjoyed Adrian right across the board. That is a representation because you are weeding out what no longer serves you mentally, emotionally, physically. Eating my salads and minding my business. They also come in an extra small and it goes all the way to an extra large, and it's a bigger, loungier size. That's another thing because I have been different sizes on this channel. Bigger busted, smaller busted. I've been curvy. I've been a limousine girl, and I loved every stage of me. I did. I really did. And that was why I said I'm going to make it a loose fit. Why? Because if you're a curvy girl, it will suit you. If you're a slimmer girl, it will suit you. If you're an athletic girl, it will suit you. It's no longer what you look like. Truly, it's how you feel. and my limousine girls and my curvy girls. Do you know, at that stage was one of my happiest times of my life, because it was when I gave birth to Adrian. This body created life when I was told so many times that it couldn't. And that was how I really realized, it became so clear to me that, woman, you're amazing. Men can wear it too, my darling boys. I will come out with a crew neck, but I thought, let me come out with a V-neck so that you can put all of your jewelry. That's another thing. You can put all of your jewelry, you can put all of your necklaces. It's just enough for it to show. It is just enough. When I tell you, this took so long, and it's plain in front, and you got the message in the back. You see, when you're walking away, clicking in your heels, that's the message. I lived for it. So those are the t-shirts, my darlings. If they sell out, don't panic. Don't panic. I will order some more, okay? And then we have what? We have our tote bag. We have our tote bag with the thicker straps that you can carry with you, and you can take this to the gym. It's a sports bag. You can take it to the gym. You can take it to the supermarket. You can take it to work. It's got the logos on both ends. And I'm going to show you something also. You have a magnetic clip, so you can clip it in. It will hold in together. Also, when you pull it apart, you will have the label also in the bag, and then you've got a big purse right here to put all of your keys. But guess what? Multi-purpose, my darling. You can also fold this bag. So I'm going to show you as is. You just turn it in like so on both sides. There you go. You fold it. Guess what? You fold it into the opening pochette. And there you go. There you go. So you can have this as an extra shopping bag. You can have this as an extra bag when you're going anywhere, even on the airport when you're traveling. It's so handy. So handy. It's a canvas bag. It is absolutely washable. It does not change. And we have it in pink. We have it in orange. We have it in sky blue, of which I live and love. Yes, and then we also have it in ice cream, because I love ice cream, and I also love yogurt. So baby girl, you are looking absolutely cute. I hope you enjoy these, my darlings. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for riding with me. This is just the beginning, because the bras are coming, the slips are coming, the panties are coming, the makeup, the skincare, the Afro hair care kit is coming. It's all coming, my darling. This is a black-owned brand, and I am self-funded. My financier is my wonderful husband. Thank you. Thank you, Ula. Thank you for the unconditional love and support. I could never do any of this without him. You're so generous. And God bless you. And God bless you too, my beautiful Fumi Nation. And I am so excited. The link is below. And I will be sharing how to wear the t-shirts, different styles, different suits for you. Thank you so very much. God bless. Bye-bye. Yay! We have launched. We have launched. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. I am so excited. I am what? I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.